Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. Yes, I'm your host, Eric Knowles, and you already know the deal. And I got to be super excited today because I have one of my bosses with me.
Come on now.
Mr. Agron Perry, actually the newest member of our board of directors. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasant good morning.
Pleasant good morning, my brother. Vice President of City National Bank. Let the folks know a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm the Vice President Market Manager over at City National Bank. I've been banking for 2 decades. I'm a father of a 2-year-old, very active 2-year-old.
Okay.
Just enjoy keeping up with him whenever I'm not running after him. You can find me out in the community, either giving back, volunteering my time. I'm originally from Jamaica, so Caribbean is very important to me. It's very bright, vibrant, especially here in South Florida. So a lot about Agron is that I'm very much involved in giving back of my time and supporting small businesses, which is very, very important. And City National Bank is a champion and is an advocate for the work that the chamber has been doing, and the leadership, most importantly, that the chamber has been doing for small businesses and minority-owned business and women businesses across South Florida.
Yes, I was reading your bio, and actually, if I remember correctly, you started with City National Bank.
I did.
And you left for a little bit,
I
and
did.
then you came back.
And we always joke around that I'm a returning resident.
And it's an interesting story. You always hear that saying, "You never burn your bridges." Always,
100%.
because you never know when you may end up having to go knock on a door and go back, et cetera, et cetera.
Ain't that the truth? 100%.
Yeah. Banking. First of all, Miami is a big center for banking. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. Well, there's just so many financial institutions, and City National Bank has been around for over 75 years.
Okay.
The bank was founded on the focus of community focus, the mindset of supporting local businesses, not just only supporting, but understanding the unique needs of local business. All our decision making is local. There's just so many financial institutions to choose from, and why City National itself, why we stand out is the personal relationship of knowing that you can pick up the phone or walk into one of our locations. Someone who's handling your loan is there. The decision making is not North Carolina, out of state, or anything like that. It's just the local decision making that we have, and the ability to understand our community, understand the small business owner who just graduated from University of Miami, ready to start their law practice, and reach out to us knowing that, hey, this is a local bank. We know what it takes. We can guide and provide them with the necessary tools, or direct them to the chamber to say, hey, there's so many resources and tools available over at the chamber. You can utilize them, and so forth. So what really stands out is our ability to provide that personalized, unique banking relationship.
And it's important that you talk about that personal relationship, because I know obviously we're couple years out of the pandemic, and a lot of small businesses were not able to continue to operate or access PPP or EIDL, et cetera, because they didn't have those personal banking relationships. Talk
Yeah.
about that, Decimal.
So that was a big time for us during PPP because we were one of the basic financial institution who were just pumping out and assisting small businesses get the loan. We're staying up late, just like getting applications in and supporting small businesses when the larger institution, like they will put their application in. They're like, oh, I put my application in and haven't heard back from anyone. And they're like, City National Bank. They reached out and they have a personal contact. Within hours, someone acknowledged the application and we were able to support them in that manner. And during that time, a lot of small business owners believe it, that banking local is the way to go. Because during the pandemic, a lot of us had to navigate, a lot of business owner has to shift. And basically having that support from your local bank who actually kept you afloat
Right.
and you came out of the pandemic and you're able to see the continued growth. We still have those clients who are still with us, thankfully, because we're able to provide them with the PPP or the EIDL loan and stuff like that.
Right.
Mhm.
And again, talking about this and going down that same vein, there's this other saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's your saying, man. You got to get your house in order, right?
You got to have your house in order. And a lot of, I even dealt with during the pandemic, some businesses didn't want to access the PPP, and not that necessarily that they needed it, but I pushed a couple of our members, hey, basically this is going to be forgiven money
Exactly.
from that part.
Exactly.
And the EIDL was very low interest. And where do you find those, those opportunities?
Mhm.
But again, a lot of businesses don't understand the importance of that banking relationship, because you may be, everything is great this week, this first quarter, second quarter, but something that may hit a glitch the third quarter somewhere along, or the second year. And if you have that relationship, all you got to do is pick up a phone or push a button and you're taken care of.
Yeah, and one of the things that I always share with small business owners, entrepreneurs who are just starting out, is I encourage them to stay connected within the community and make sure that you have a financial partner to talk to along the way. Don't wait until you're in need of capital.
Right.
You have that financial partner that you're communicating, you're giving them updates, they're sharing with you what's happening in the market. And when it's time for you to get that capital, then you're like, oh, Agron, you remember what we've been talking about? I already know the story.
Right.
I've seen the business evolve
Right.
over time. So I know where everything is coming from. So that makes the process easy. And not only that, our underwriters, they like to hear a story.
Right.
And who doesn't like to hear a business owner where they're coming from and cheer them on and be able to get them to where they want to be, and then we all can celebrate.
Absolutely.
And one of the things also is knowing that your financial partner is not just gonna open your account and that's it. Keep in mind that we deal with different sort of business every day. Someone walks in and is like, oh, I'm looking for a CPA, and oh, I need to talk to a lawyer in regards to getting some paperwork. We're there. We deal with attorneys, doctors, lawyers, the guy that does the painting of your home,
Right.
the roofer, the contractor, and all those different businesses. So we are there as well to provide you with good referral source.
Well, this has been some great information. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back on the other side.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. Now having a great conversation about show me the money. You know, entrepreneurship is all about that relationship with your money, understanding how to grow your money and what a better way. You know, before we took the break, we were talking about CPAs, et cetera, et cetera. So obviously having that relationship, managing the money with your CPA and the banker is important. Before we came on, we were talking a little bit. I remember my first time hearing about CRAs. Many years ago, back in the 80s, I worked for a nonprofit, and we were very engaged with banks in the community. We were in Coconut Grove, and it was actually the Coconut Grove Bank, I remember. And my boss at the time, David Alexander, he built these relationships, and I don't know from that CRA perspective back in the 80s, because it was being pushed very hard. Community Reinvestment Act. And so you're saying it still is.
Absolutely.
So talk about that a little bit.
So CRA, Community Reinvestment Act, is giving back to you. Basically, it's giving back to your community, identifying those businesses who are locally owned, has that desire to leave a legacy within the community, and allowing them to access the necessary capital that they need to stay afloat. It's not just with the Community Reinvestment Act, it's not just writing a check.
Right.
It's like showing up and there's a project going on, rolling up your sleeve, painting or doing landscape in one of those underdeserved communities where the businesses and so forth. We have a very, and I think you know her very well as well, Michelle Colley. She's the director of our CRA department. And we actively identify businesses within our community and ensure that we support them 100% through the efforts of making sure that they have the capital they need to actually continue doing business, and individuals as well. First-time home buyers program, offering the financial literacy aspect of it, making sure that they understand the process, making sure that they take advantage of all the credits and benefits that are due to them as a first-time home buyer. Understanding going into home ownership is something to be celebrated.
Right.
It's such a beautiful thing knowing that turning the key, this is my mortgage. This is me controlling, not giving Eric my check for him to pay his mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just having that fulfillment, and not only in just having that fulfillment is knowing that your kids is seeing this, dad, mom, ownership.
Well, here we are in 2025, and we talk about home ownership and the challenges, affordable housing. How is City National approaching that?
So we definitely keep in contact with everything that's going on within our community with the affordable housing aspect. We know that rent price is through the roof. Identify partners who are giving back on or in line with building affordable housing, and we financing those projects and making sure that it is geared towards individuals who definitely need that affordable housing ability to be a homeowner. And I know our CRA department, the leadership of Michelle, they've been doing that. I know this year there's different programs that will be coming up where we'll be going out doing financial literacy, sharing, hey, need to get this and this in order, need to do this program, so you'll understand what it needs. Once you get to the finish line, you have all your ducks in order to basically to close on your home.
So from a small business perspective, what would you say that you see are the biggest challenges when it comes to working with small businesses?
So one of the biggest challenge that I'm foreseeing now, we had our business symposium a couple weeks ago,
Right.
and I'm seeing where AI technology is at the forefront right now, and small business owners, I said, they need to get in front of that and get on. It's not a bandwagon. Just get it. It's not going anywhere. It's here.
Right.
There's just so many different tools that can allow you to grow your business, and you have to utilize AI. A couple weeks ago at the business symposium, where we were talking about how does it contribute, and the panel discussion, and they were sharing that, hey, it's okay to use ChatGPT. It's okay to utilize that tool that is there to help you get to the next level.
And so you almost feel like you're cheating.
Exactly. But and also Miami-Dade College has those free programs, those classes that you can take so you can understand. So when you encounter a vendor that you're doing business with and they already have their AI stuff in place, and they might present to you, hey, how about it? So like you're ready to say, hey, I'm already on board. We can definitely make that happen in terms of utilizing that. Because I think one of the benefits of taking advantage of the technology driven platform that we're in right now is that it gives so much exposure to your business, especially with social media being the way it is. Instagram, Twitter, is it Twitter or X?
Yes, whatever, yeah.
Whatever it is, and stay connected. Small business owner, which one of the cameras I look into? Just to say, stay connected, because it's important to stay connected with your community. Find the different networking events that are taking place within the community. Um, Own your business. Go out there, share your business, be passionate about it, and just keep in mind that your business is not just taking care of your financial needs and your comfort and your life. You're leaving a legacy.
Right.
You're leaving a legacy with that business. So stay engaged, stay in front, and most importantly, ask the right questions. Ask questions.
So again, I mentioned when we first started, you're our newest board member.
Yes.
And our good friend Teresa Fox, we were talking.
Yeah.
Teresa, past chair of the board,
Yes.
board member, and she said, "Eric, you need to talk to my good friend Agron. I think you would be a great fit." So, why do you feel that you're a great fit to support and help direct the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce?
Because I see a need. I see a need within our community, and thanks to Teresa when she reached out. She's seen the work that I've been just going out there shoulder to shoulder with different small businesses, just having that conversation, hearing their needs, and being able to give back, which is so important. I think time, and I've shared this a lot of times with different individuals. Time is one of the most valuable gift you can give yourself. You can't put a price tag on that. And just being able to be a part of the amazing work that you have already been doing. Let me give you your flowers now. I've researched and I've seen the amazing work that you've been doing in the community, from the gala, which we sponsor as well, and the Little Black Dress and Pearl event and stuff like that. There's just so much more we can tap into, and just being out there connecting or just rubbing shoulders with small business bankers, getting feedback, bring that back. We collectively talk about it and we're like, oh, we didn't know this was going on. Okay, so we need to address this. So looking forward to being able to identify additional growth and opportunities to contribute, and just make the chamber. The chamber is one of the oldest and longest standing chambers within Florida.
Yeah.
And it's excited to see what is in store. I know you shared earlier that UM is a
On the
member.
board, yes.
Well, City National Bank, we just partnered with University of Miami. We're now their official bank.
Okay.
So exciting stuff. They just
Right.
celebrate their centennial, and we're excited to be a part of this celebration with them, and bringing full circle, inclusive.
How does someone get in touch with you?
So you can reach me at agron.perry at City National Bank, no, citynational.com. Let me repeat that. Agron.perry at citynational.com. You can reach me at 786-385-7158. Or on LinkedIn, you can find me at agron.perry.
And if you want to know more about the Miami-Dade Chamber, you can go to m-dcc.org or call us at 305-751-8648. See you the next time. Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.